And now, for our third star to shine over Texas tonight, we have contestants number 170 performing This Is Just My Face, Try Not to Stare. Contestants 170, This Is My Face, Try Not to Stare.
Yes! Well, even though I'm an actor and I'm in costume all the time, well, dressing up is still really fun for me. Ooh. Like Halloween night about a year ago. I was tired, but I wanted to get dressed up so I can go out and, well, then my friend Kia was all like, "Boo! Go to bed! Put down your phone and take your ass to sleep." I mean, but I kept seeing all the Instagrams of the people all dressed up and out partying, and I guess I should have put it down, but What? I am not addicted to my phone. Shut up. Anyway, that's when my friends started texting me images of people who were dressed up as Precious. Precious! The character I played in my first film. Some man stuffed pillows down his shirt and his pants just so he could look fat. His face. It was made up so he could look dark. Hilarious, right? You see, my beef is with my friends who were laughing at the costume and wanting me to laugh with them, to have a sense of humor about what I look like. I guess I was around 6 years old when I started to notice. I mean, before then, I never really understood why kids called me names. It's no wonder I needed therapy. Gabourey Sidibe was a complete unknown when she made her first acting debut in her 2009 Oscar-nominated film, Precious. And since then, she has been serving as an example of body positivity and self-acceptance. However, as she explains in her own words the journey to this self-accepting place, it comes with a price. This is just my face. Try not to stare. By Gabourey Sidibe. I hated everything about myself, and I love my mom, but when I told her that I was depressed and couldn't stop crying, she laughed, literally, but not because she's a bad person. My mom has always had faith that things will be okay. That wasn't good enough for me. But so in college, I started seeing this therapist, and I'll make these jokes. And my therapist, he'd be like, "Okay, Gabby, but peel the onion. What's under that joke?" And I was like, "Shut up, Jacob!" Now I saw you smoking cigarettes outside. You can't tell me nothing. You're nasty. But then he asked me if I wanted to kill myself. And I said, not yet, but I'm not afraid to die. Dark, right? But I mean, I was a mess. But after a couple of months, I became less judgmental and way more stable. And things really started looking up for me when I met Lee Daniels. He cast me in Precious, and he was the first person to say to me, "You're beautiful. And here's what we're gonna do with it." Then one day while I was waiting for the premiere of Precious to come out, so I could finally tell everybody who'd ever been mean to me that they could suck it. Lee called. He said that he had a friend named Andre Leon Talley. He'd just seen a screening of the film and he loved me. I had no idea who he was. but Lee seemed super excited. He said, "He is Vogue, Miss Honey. He is Vogue. He is everything. And he wants to put you right on the cover. You're a star now, Gabby." Really? Me? I'm a star. And he told me to come to his apartment. I was on that train within less than 10 minutes. And I'd come up with the perfect headline for my cover. Gabourey Sidibe. You should have been nicer to her. I got off the elevator on Lee's floor and, well, usually I hear the sound of disco music pumping through his door, but this time I heard a loud, deep voice coming from a speakerphone. "That fat black bitch is going right on the cover of Vogue. You hear me, Lee? I'm putting that fat black bitch right on the cover. Yes, I love her. She's everything." I froze where I was. I mean, Andre, he wanted to put me on the cover of his magazine, but I was still just some fat black bitch. I mean, I honestly thought that starring in a movie would have changed that. But this world was no different just because I made a movie. So where's the lie? I am fat and I am black, and often I do refer to myself as a bitch. So I should be grateful, right? I should be happy that all of you know who I am. Because there are plenty of fat black bitches out there that never be on the cover of some magazine. Is this how you become a celebrity when you look like this? Don't be offended. It's funny, right? Just laugh it off. I'm hilarious, right? The way I look, it's funny, right? I don't think it's funny when people paint their faces so that they can look like me. I don't think it's funny when they stuff pillows down their clothing to look like me. I don't think it's funny when some stranger calls me some fat bitch and I don't think it's funny that I'm not allowed to say when my feelings are hurt. This hurts. My feelings aren't just some absence of strength, and I am not weak. I'm a human being. So here's the thing about therapy and why it is so important. All of my thoughts about death, my uncontrollable sadness. I don't know that girl anymore. And this is my body. And for all the ways that it has gone to fail me, it's come through for me 1,000,000 times more. So no, this world did not change, but I have, and that is good enough for me. So yes, I am fat. Yes, I am black, and yes, sometimes I'm a bitch. But at all times, I'm a bad bitch. And P.S., when I do die, don't go letting Lifetime make a movie about my life.